Why aren't you laughing now? It's the same drunken sheriff, the same hat, the same outfit. Why don't you laugh? Back now with the famous award-winning, culturally sharp, sharp-tongued, lewd Edward Asner. I tried to just, it's an all-inclusive interview, yeah. Let's talk about some of the stars you work with. I mean, to me, I mean, there's no bigger star than Edward Asner, but you worked with some guys that were, when you were coming up and a younger guy, you did one of my favorite movies, which is El Dorado, with John Wayne and Robert Mitchum and a young Jimmy Caan. What was that experience like, and what was John Wayne like and Robert Mitchum?
Robert Mitchum was he couldn't have been nicer. But I also saw the dark side in Robert Mitchum. But they had German Lufthansa pilots staying where we were staying, and I saw him turn on one, and I saw the dark side. But to me, he was great. The first day of film I was in the first scene, and the Duke tried to intimidate me, and I was very fortunate that I did not get intimidated, and I did my own to intimidate back, and no further conflict took place between us.
Because you were a tough guy in that film, so you had to sort of hold your own cinematically anyway.
Or run for the hills.
Run for the hills, yeah. Nice. Was John Wayne a nice guy?
Well, I was opposed to John Wayne because he and
Politics.
Lord Bond, yeah, I could never say, no matter how nice he was. Although I must say, when I came to California, the best example is Lee Grant, who said, I was married to a communist, I was married to a fascist. Neither one took out the garbage.
So, of course, political views, you're at loggerheads.
I mean, he was responsible for the blacklist, which caused misery to many actors. He was essential to the blacklist.
Why would you take the role then? Why would you even do a John Wayne movie if you felt that way?
Well, I'm supporting me, I'm not supporting him.
Okay, I got you. Let's go to Fort Apache, the Bronx. Paul Newman, who passed away not long ago, great actor. What was your view of Paul?
I loved him. I loved him. He was always there when I needed him. That's a strain. How many times I needed him? Maybe once or twice. As president of the Guild, he was sweet to me. He was open to me. Always took my calls. And I think he did great work. I loved his work. I never wanted to miss a Paul Newman picture.
Yeah, I agree. You worked with Jack Lemmon in some...
But how great, by the way, to create this Paul Newman's own food.
Oh, yeah.
And to take all of the millions made from that and to pour it all directly into a charity.
Oh, yeah, and he helped our own Richard Petty here, just a few miles down the road, set up their own Victory Junction camp, which was just like the hole-in-the-wall gang. So Paul came and helped us set up that.
Did he?
Just did great work, I agree. Let's move to JFK, the movie. You didn't have any scenes with Kevin Costner, but you worked with Jack Lemmon in a couple of scenes where you played a frightening role. It was a frightening movie, too. But any comment on Jack Lemmon and Kevin Costner?
He was one of the nicest actors I've ever worked with. Kevin was lovely, too. Just being around him. But Jack just kept getting better and better as an actor all his life. Unfortunately, when my scene with him where I pistol whip him, I used a rubber gun, and twice, without knowing it, I raked his face with the gun and put scratches on it.
Huh.
But he was smiling.
He kept rolling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he loved it. I mean, actors love to get hurt and survive.
A very disturbing film, though.
Yeah. But you never saw a film that was so pilloried and editorialized against as that film. Before it opened,
right.
the arts pages were filled with op-ed pieces by some of the biggest writers in the country saying what a lie, what a scandal, what this and that. You know, I don't even know if they had seen the picture yet.
Right.
It hadn't opened.
Right.
But they were out to do that.
Yeah.
And the New York Times did the same thing when I did the movie Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing they'll do things like that. In the final segment, we're going to talk about some of the things you've done recently, including coming to North Carolina to shoot Elephant Size with our friend Ed Simpson. We'll do that right after this.
Yes. Tell your boss over there that you boys are ruining our house.
Well, just to let you know, my boss will be happy to take this whole place off your hands.